Hi there, Deuce Stevens here. I'm going to make this video for all my SAS parts. It's going to be a brief overview and a little bit of a review on the Dillon 650 for any of you that are interested in getting one or thinking about getting one. There's not a lot of informational videos out there that kind of give you a real world viewing of it, so basically I just start right from the basics right here. This particular 650 of mine is equipped with a case feeder. Basically, in my mind, if you're not going to go with the case feeder on this machine, then you might as well stick with a 550 or something like that, because the case feeder kind of makes the operation, makes it a fully progressive machine. All you simply have to do is add a bullet, which I'll show you on part 2 of the video. But basically it's a fully progressive machine. Case feeder feeds the case down the tube, and it's fed into the shell plate. I'll show you how that works. Basically, let me zoom in here. Sorry about the shaky video if it gets bad at times. Platform rises. That was my low powder sensor bell going off, by the way. I have no primers in the press right now since I'm just showing you guys how it kind of works here. Feeds a new case in there. From there it goes into your decap and resizing die. From that point it would be transferred to the next station where it's primed. The primers come from this black tube here. It holds 100. Basically there's a small wheel right here which you can see that feeds the primers in a circular counterclockwise motion, feeds them into the next case, and priming is accomplished by pushing forward on the handle like so. Then you just simply, your next station, and the same station as the prime, once it's been primed it's going to be powder charged. It's going to go right up in here. It's actuated by that small button right there. All Dillon powder measures of current production have what they call their fail-safe rod right here. That basically resets the mechanism with every pull of the handle. Once it goes from being powdered, it's going to go over here to my second station, actually my third station. That's a powder check die. If I have any kind of powder charge that's either low or high for some reason, this is going to let me know with an alarm like that. I'll show you an example of that. This case doesn't have any powder in it, for example, so as we raise it, there you go. Your next station, the way I have this machine set up, it's going to be a, this is where we seat our bullet. I'm using all Dillon dies. I know a lot of guys like to use a Lee factory crimp die. I like the Dillon dies. They're very easy to take apart and clean, which is important when we're running lead bullets with the hard wax or soft wax type lubes, because they do tend to build up in the reloading die. From there you'd seat your bullet, and then the next station is going to be your final crimp. Again, all Dillon dies. Extra add-ons that I have on this machine, of course I do have the strong mount, which raises it up off the bench. I also have the bullet tray, which kind of, you know, progressive reloading in my mind is all about efficiency of time and movement. I'm real close. I simply just place a bullet onto the neck like so, for every crank. My hand's right there, not a lot going on. I also differ from a lot of guys. I stand while I reload. I find that helps me be a little bit more consistent reloader. If I get tired from standing, I just take a break for a while. So I've got the bullet tray, the strong mount, the roller handle. It comes with a plastic roller handle. This is the steel one. I can't say that one's any better than the other. This one may be a little bit smoother on your hand over time. One thing I have added is I have a fish tank aerator on my powder measure. What that does is it gives a consistent vibration. Just have, you know, a little bit more consistency in my loads. I load currently right now 3 grains of tight group. That's one thing I do also with all my powder measures, is I've got labels let me know what they are, so there's no mix-ups. And that's about it for what I have on the machine. I also have added the extra tool holder on the back. Not a must, just kind of nice because it keeps all your tools right in one spot and you know where it's at. That's all I can think of right now. Oh, one more thing I almost forgot. Just a couple tips that I like to do. A couple years ago when I was talking to a Dillon tech, he told me if I take a smaller coffee can, one of the smaller, tall, skinny ones, fill it with my breast, then put it in the case feeder, that was the ideal amount for maximum efficiency out of the case feeder. If you overfill it, it won't particularly work very well. That may not be the case with everybody. That's just kind of what I've found with my experience. I also, when I load in a high volume, I tend to be a bit of a marathon reloader, reloading 1,000 to 2,000 rounds in a setting. I lube my cases with Hornady one-shot lube. Basically, it's just an aerosol. I don't use a lot of it. I place it in the, got an old potato salad bucket here. It's a couple sprays, and I shake the bucket, roll it around, make sure that most of the cases have some on it. And I do that well in advance before putting it into the case feeder, because then it will be fully dry. They say it only takes a minute to dry. I like to give it a little bit longer. And it really makes the operation of the press much smoother. I realize with 38 Special that you're not getting a whole lot of case resistance on the resize, but over a length of time when you're loading 500 to 2,000 rounds, it does make a difference on your elbow and when you're cranking along there. So this is part one of my brief overview. The next part, you're going to see me actually running the machine. Thank you.